Hey guys, it's Ranchu. I decided that I would finally make this video. Uh, People have been asking about it on Instagram and YouTube about Kenny, my goldfish, my first goldfish. He passed away not last Friday, but the Friday before, so like a week and a half ago. Um, he passed away from dropsy, and I just want to go over in this video what I learned about Dropsy, and I just want to thank you guys for being really supportive on YouTube and Instagram and even Facebook, and for all the advice you guys have given me and everything. It's really means a lot. I didn't know that people were really engaged in what I was doing, and I really do appreciate that. Essentially, what happened to Kenny is we went on a vacation. Didn't feed the fish or nothing for about 4 days. Came back, he had dropsy. The 9 other goldfish in that tub did not have dropsy. So I did some treatments, some medications, and it basically didn't work. So what I learned about dropsy is a symptom. It's not like necessarily like a disease. It's like when you get sick and you're coughing a lot or throwing up, like that is a symptom of what's making you sick. So if you're coughing a lot, you can get a cough drop, and that'll kind of mitigate your coughing, but it's not fixing what's making you sick. If you're working a lot, you don't sleep a lot while you're sick, it takes you longer to get better, no matter how many cough drops you take. So with dropsy, it's a symptom, and it's most of the time it's a bacteria that affects the kidneys or the liver, from the research I've done. Now, most cases from the research I've done says it's the kidneys. So kidney failure causes the scales to absorb water, and they can't push the water out of their scales or whatever, and they get really bloated and their scales lift up. And it's really hard for them to eat, and it's very painful for them. So there's a lot of people that just go ahead and euthanize their goldfish whenever they start seeing that, because it is very difficult to cure. I've talked to people that I respect in the goldfish hobby, people that have been breeding for more than 20 years, and everybody says like the same thing. Like, there's no silver bullet cure, but that doesn't mean you should give up. So it's like sometimes you do this one thing and it works for you. The other guy tries the same thing and it doesn't work for him. I was also watching a video from Mr. Brown's Goldies on YouTube. You should check him out. Really cool stuff. Straight up goldfish. Really. He was interviewing this guy's older gentleman, and he's been breeding, for more than 20 years. And that guy said, it's like cancer. This guy tries something, it works. Someone else tries the same thing, and they die, right? So with dropsy, it's kind of like cancer. It's you can kind of treat it, slow it down, but dropsy usually wins. Very rarely you get cases where you just beat it and the goldfish is fine. It's hard on the goldfish because they're not eating, they're weak, you do treatments. Now, a lot of people recommend salt baths. What salt baths do is pretty much bring the swelling down. It tries to help them expel some of the water in their scales and everything. It's more like just buying you time for whatever your treatment, your silver bullet is going to work. So that kind of like saves them, but it's really hard on the goldfish and they can pass out. Solid Gold does a lot of really good videos on goldfish, and she's kind of considered a respected expert. She has a really good video on how to do a salt bath. So you basically have a really high concentration of salt, and you dip them in there for however long, depending on where you're doing your research. When Kenny passed away, I was it was more when he got sick. By the time he passed away, I kind of accepted it more or less, but it really bummed me out. Kenny was like, for you 90s kids, Kenny was like Pikachu to me. He was the guy we're going to go on our little fish journey together for years and years and years, but we didn't get to. And that's, he's kind of on the cover of all my like cover photos for all my social media, my YouTube and everything. So he's my first goldfish. Got him from California. He's just kind of been there, and he had really nice scales. I mean, he to some people he's kind of a cull because his tail's not perfect or whatever. To me, he was perfect, and he's a very unique fish to me. And at first he was shy when I got him, and then now I trained him to eat out of my hand, and he was cool with it and everything. So that was always really exciting. What I liked about Kenny is he had a pretty decent size. I mean, for the quality he had a decent size, and he had pretty good color in his younger years. It's probably because I kept him out in the outside in Florida, and sun really enhances the goldfish's color. So I thought that was really cool. Kenny had really nice colors, and he was about, I want to say 6 inches and maybe 5 inches if you just count from nose tip to peduncle, which is like the base of the tail. Like with the tail, he was a full 6 inches, maybe like, he was like 3 or 4 inches deep, maybe 2.5 inches wide. You know, he's a really good potato-sized fish, and that's what I love about the Ranchu and everything. And I never really thought I'd get bummed out by like the death of a fish, but yeah, that one really got to me, and it had to be that one. Like, that was my favorite fish. I have flowerhorn, I have all kinds of fish and everything. Kenny was number one, and I always, you know, when we were moving, I always told myself, you know, if all the fish died but Kenny survives, you know, it's okay. I still got Kenny. It's cool. That was kind of a bummer. Always something I kind of said, you know, when I have a fish, it's like I want to breed it as fast as I can so that if it dies, at least I have its line to live on. Well, Kenny has 4 children that I have, and I didn't think about that until like a week or 2 after he passed. So Kenny made 4 children that actually survived. It's really hard to raise goldfish, and that was like my first batch. I'm really excited to see how they turn out, if they're going to take after Kenny in any way, so that's going to be really interesting. I'm going to show an update on those goldfish fry for you guys, the baby ranch. They are, I guess they were born in January. They're getting up there. They're like 7 months old. Yeah, if I can do math. Yeah, but that'll probably be in the next video. And the reason I haven't been making videos is because I was kind of dealing with that, trying to fix that and everything. And then this summer's been really hard on me to make videos because I'm taking double grad courses. I moved from Florida to Tennessee, and now I moved from Tennessee to Maryland. I got a girlfriend, school and everything. It's been really tough to find time, and you know, I've also been downsizing because I had to move in with my parents. So I've been downsizing to keep the burden off them, space in the house, but it's only temporary till I finish grad school in December. So we'll see how that goes. Yeah, I just thank you guys for the support. I really appreciate it. It's been an interesting time for me figuring out what I want to do in this hobby and with YouTube and everything. I really appreciate it. And I'm probably going to end this video with some clips of the first day I got Kenny about 2.5 years ago. Kenny was about 3.5, 4 years old, passed away. But thank you guys for watching. I'm going to try to have more videos coming out shortly. Check me out on Instagram, still posting every other day. And please subscribe, leave likes, comments. I really do appreciate it, guys. And I'll see you next time. Thanks.